about Jeff as a businessman. That must have been challenging to have your husband work for a Hall of Fame businessman.
Yes, it definitely was. And Jeff was a pretty, he was a pretty tough boss. He didn't let Scott get away with anything just because he was his son. And we started out, it was pretty, I don't want to say frugal, but we made our way, and it wasn't lavish lifestyle at all. I know you're still a little bitter about sending you off to college and giving you no money and you had to work. But
it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
We did the best we could.
I
mean, we weren't just lavish with money. We had to earn everything that we got, and Scott worked hard for it. And he started in that business before I met him. But when we first got together, he would just do the programming, and then it progressed, and then he was vice president. But the programming, I felt, was that's what NTV is like the shows, and he would pick the shows, and he would figure out where to put him. He's a genius. I mean, my husband is really, he's gotten to where he is, and I feel that the companies are where they are because of him. And he's so modest that he would let, for years and years and years and years, he was the person doing everything, and Jeff was behind the scenes, his biggest cheerleader, making it seem easier for Scott, and Scott really, really misses him for that. But Scott made the decisions, the big decisions, and they really had a big fight about it at first because Jeff was so used to being in control and doing everything. When he finally made Scott president in 1988, Jeff was not happy with the fact that Scott was doing he does it differently. Jeff's an Aries, Scott's a Taurus. Scott's very, thinks everything through, very slow, very thought out, methodical,
like,
and very, he's just a great businessman, very honest, and he always tells the truth, and I love that about him. And Jeff, wouldn't do the same. Not that he wasn't truthful, but he would do things fast. He's an Aries, he started businesses.
Being right is being right now.
Yeah,
buddy.
like, right now, and that's it. And he was just in the now, really.
Yeah.
And whereas Scott was always thinking about the future more. So they were very, very different, and it was very, hard at first for them to make that transition, but they did. And it's been very successful with the company. It's still going strong. We're the last little station that's hanging in there.
The little station that could. I'm the little show that could. I'm the little station that could.
It's his whole life. It's who he is. I don't know what he'd do if he didn't have NTV. My goodness.